We often overlook some of the most obvious things in our everyday life. And one of those such things is this salad bar here in Cafe McColl, a place that many of you are already familiar with. But here at 60 Minutes, we like to ask the hard questions and deep investigations to see if we can change the world around us. So we've unleashed our team of investigators to find out if we can increase consumption here at the salad bar in Cafe McColl. I want to send us over to one of our lead investigators, Elizabeth McCain, to help introduce this problem to you.
Thank you, Tyler. Well, the problem is actually threefold. First, we have a business problem. Carolina Dining Services as a whole has been running at a deficit the last few years due to renovations and other issues. In addition, Americans don't receive the amount of fruit they need. In fact, 75% of Americans don't receive their daily fruit servings required. And 87% of Americans don't receive the amount of vegetables that they need a day. This is compounded by the fact that we're having a huge obesity epidemic in the United States, which is really sad. And we want our graduates of Keno Flagler and UNC to be happy people, eating lots of fruits and vegetables. In addition, one of the main missions of Carolina Dining Services and Cafe McColl is to be sustainable. And having ingredients left over on the salad bar is counter to that sustainability mission. That's it for our problem, and we're going to have a few folks talk to you about interventions. The first person to kick it off will be Ivan.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Our first intervention takes advantage of quality, appearance, and promotion to influence the students' unconscious choice of a salad bar. The aim is to surprise and delight the customers. Currently, the cafe does not use any stimulus alike. As a result, the consumption in the bar is very low. Only 2 individuals out of 43 choose it, though it is characteristically for the millennials to care about healthy food. There is substantial literature that confirms the dependence of the unconscious choice on manipulating contextual factors. The intervention utilizes the menu and promotion innovations to boost the salad bar attendance. First, bright colors are always best. For example, mixing spinach into lettuce is not suitable as it brings a dark color, so it is necessary to present food in attractive displays with a mix of colors. It should be visually appealing to draw the customers in. Second, the bar should change the offerings regularly so that customers don't get bored with the same foods. They need to create multiple taste, pricing, and sizing options. At the moment, the menu is quite unvaried. Thus, you could never see there baked or mashed potatoes or real big tomatoes or cucumbers, and the most part of food just isn't very tasty, especially for international students. The next idea is to give fruits and vegetables creative names to pique students' interest, such as fresh broccoli bites instead of just broccoli. In the field of promotion, possible improvements could be display a variety of whole fruit options together in an attractive basket, remembering home atmosphere, and do not change the fruit place every day as that annoys customers. Secondly, decorate walls on the way to the cafe with pictures of fruit and vegetables. Then you could place articles about the school salad bar in publications such as newsletters where they can reach a larger audience, and furthermore, give discounts for salad photos or blog entries posted in the social network. Lastly, you can also hold events, such as a party around the salad bar. And now, Andy will talk about our next intervention.
Thank you, Ivan. Our next intervention focuses on the choice overload problem. In a study performed by Iyengar, either 6 types of jam or 24 types of jam were put out for display. When there was a larger selection of jam, more participants were willing to come forward and sample the jam. However, they were less likely to actually make a purchase. This is a classic example of the choice overload problem, and it can occur in far more consequential decisions. Choice overload affects consumers in 3 different ways. The first way is procrastination, where a consumer will just decide to wait until a later date to make a decision. The second effect is poor decision making, where a consumer might make a decision that will adversely affect their well-being. And finally, consumers have less satisfaction as the number of choices increases. This is shown by an upside-down U-shaped curve that shows an optimum satisfaction level based on the number of choices. Choice overload can be mitigated with 4 different techniques. The first one is proper conditioning. Consumers are more engaged when they move from a low number of choices to a high number of choices. The salad bar is already set up to do this, where there's a small number of greens and a large number of toppings. The next option is to cut out any extraneous ingredients. However, we decided to ignore this option as we did not want to deter current consumers from utilizing the salad bar. The third option is categorization. With 3 different greens, 12 toppings, and 9 dressings, there is a total of 260,000 different salads. So to reduce this overwhelming number of choices, we created recipes that the consumer can utilize and will effectively group the toppings into smaller subgroups. The final step is to make this concrete, make it real. This will be done by creating recipe cards that can be displayed next to the salad bar. This will show the ingredients and a picture of the salad that the consumer is making to help make it real for them. Now I will turn it over to Tyler to discuss our third technique.
Our third intervention is what we're calling competition as motivation. So imagine you walk into Cafe McColl and you're sitting in the dining area and you now see several prominently placed digital counters that are tallying up the total number of salads purchased in real time. And there will be a counter for each core segment of the business school community. You'd have one for undergrads, MBAs, Mac students, and faculty and staff. And each one of these is calculating in real time the number of salads that are being purchased. There's also a counter that's our record. It's our high across the entire student body. And whether that's the daily high, the weekly high, or the monthly high. This is what we now perceive when we walk into Cafe McColl. And what we're hoping is that this implicitly begins to motivate individuals through competition. And so why do we think this is going to work? Well, there are 3 key issues or 3 key areas that we really think drive the increased consumption for salad through our competition as motivation. The first one being eliminating self-serving biases. As we seek to maintain a positive self-concept, we believe that we eat healthier than we actually do. We are overconfident with respect to our consumption of healthy food options. So by adding these counters, can we eliminate this bias simply by communicating the total number of salads consumed per day in Cafe McColl? The second area is social pressure. Business school students are naturally competitive. Simply turning salad consumption into an implicit competition could be highly motivating to the student body. And as several students begin to adopt new behaviors, more and more students will begin to adopt healthier eating habits through social pressure. And this ultimately leads to increased consumption of the salad bar. The third area is prospect theory. People hate losing, especially business school students. As we've learned in class, we overreact to losses. By turning salad consumption into a competition, we may be able to leverage this psychology of our loss aversion to motivate increased consumption. To take it even a step further, suppose we make students pay for not eating salads. An interesting idea, possibly one difficult to implement, but it could lead to increased salad consumption. I'm going to hand it over to Elizabeth now, and she's going to talk about our fourth and final intervention.
Thanks, Tyler. In this fourth and final intervention, we propose that Cafe McColl make side salads more common. The way we think that they can do this is by making side salads a default for entrees at Cafe McColl. Specifically during the 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. lunch hour at the height of their service, we recommend that all entrees be accompanied by a salad. The price listed for these dishes would include the price of both the entree and the salad, and this combined price would be listed first on the menu. Now this would apply mainly to the cafe, grill, and visiting restaurant, and the side salad default would not be dictatorial. We are about free markets and exchange of ideas around here. Customers can choose to select another side option or forego the salad option. That said, the pricing would be adjusted in a way that would make the salad, a high-margin product, be quite appealing to the customer. This intervention, as you may have likely guessed, leverages the power of anchoring. Customers are first attuned to the price of the entree and the salad. In addition, it places the combo option as the reference point from which gains and losses are perceived. Do I want to lose the salad or gain a few quarters? We know losses are more motivating than gains. Increasing salad consumption through this side salad option addresses nutrition goals, sustainability goals, and profit goals.
So in conclusion, as you've seen, we have 4 key interventions that we believe can be used to increase salad consumption in Cafe McColl. First, we can influence our unconscious choices through some of the tactics that Ivan talked about. Secondly, Andy spoke to us about reducing choice overload. I was able to unpack some insights into competition as motivation, and Elizabeth wrapped up with making salad the assumed side option. So these 4 interventions, we believe, will help increase salad consumption in Cafe McColl.
This is Elizabeth McCain.
My name is Ivan Filipov.
And my name is Andy Conrad.
And I'm Tyler Smith. Good night, and enjoy your next salad here at Cafe McColl.